guys, welcome to another podcast episode, and congratulations guys, you've made it to episode 10. So yeah, and the show we are reviewing for episode 10 is Arrow. So, as you know, we always start off with the rating. And also, if you've seen any of my episodes really, or like more than 2, you know that I pretty much give all of my shows a 10 out of 10, but this one's different. Now, I can binge watch a show that had, I try to forbid myself from watching shows that have less than one season, because when I watch them, they're really good, and then they only have one season, and they should have a second season, but they don't. It just really makes me mad, So yeah, that's why I don't really like watching shows that have less than one season. Arrow, on the other hand, has 8 of them. And for me, watching a show that has a lot of seasons is hard. So I'm pretty sure it took me a little while to finish this one. And then when season 8 came out, it took me, I'm not even 100% sure I actually finished watching season 8. I know I've watched all the way to season 7, and I know I've watched a little bit of season 8, but I'm not 100% sure that I actually completed season 8. So yeah, shows like that I just can't watch all the way through, just like that. So what I did with Arrow is I watched as much as I could, and then I watched another show, or started watching another show, and then just watching a couple of shows at once, and every so often coming back to watch Arrow. Because honestly, if I would have kept watching Arrow like that, I would have gotten bored of it, and then just not paid attention and all that stuff. So yeah, that's why I mainly have to change shows every so often, because I'll get bored of them, and then some shows I don't get bored of, like The Legends of Tomorrow. If you haven't seen that one, you should listen to it, because you can't watch it. You know what I'm saying? It's a podcast. Anyways, Arrow, I've watched that 5 times. And I watched it 5 times because, I watched it 4 times on my own, and then the 5th time, I rewatched it because a new season came out. Every time a new season comes out, I have to rewatch this show. I don't know why, but I just do. It's just, that's why. It's why. Anyways, so, I said all that, but I haven't given my rating. So, what I just said there is the reason why I'm not giving the show a 10 out of 10. But most people probably would be, but for me, it was just a little hard to finish the show. It was interesting, but not totally super duper interesting. So I would probably give this show maybe I don't want to be mean, so maybe like an 8 out of 10. 7 or 8 out of 10. One of those two. So, yeah. Alright, and now, since I gave my rating a 7 or 8 out of 10, and now we have the description, so let's read that now. When presumed dead billionaire playboy Oliver Queen returns home to Starling City after 5 years stranded on a remote island in the Pacific, he hides the changes the experience had on him, while secretly seeking reclamation with his ex Laurel. By day, he picks up where he left off, playing the carefree philanderer he used to be, but at night he dons the alter ego of Arrow and works to right the wrongs of his family and restore the city to its former glory. Complicating his mission is Laurel's father, Detective Quentin Lance, who's determined to put the vigilante behind bars. See, it's pretty interesting, but eventually quite a few things happens. Like Laurel dies, and Sarah dies, and then she gets brought back with the magic pool thingy, but it takes her soul, and then she has to get it back and all that, and then they decided to destroy the pond or lake, whatever, inside of the cave. And then Laurel dies from Damien Dark, and Laurel can't be resurrected because of the pool being destroyed. So, yeah. And then, while Sarah is off running through time, saving history, whenever they came back, they're supposed to come back like the moment they left, so it was like they never even left. But that didn't happen because Rip knew that Laurel died and that Sarah would save her, but he couldn't. So yeah, that whole thing happened. And Quentin, actually for a while I did not know that was his name. I don't know. I just had no clue what his name was. But yeah, anyways, he tried a lot to put him behind bars, but it didn't work. Because eventually he teamed up with them, and Arrow went from, I think, the Arrow, I don't know, to the Green Arrow, and then Arrow. Not 100% sure if it went like that, but I know he was the Green Arrow once. And I was just the Arrow. And I'm pretty sure his sister became the Red Arrow, or a red, Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, it was pretty interesting. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend it. But if you're like me and you can't watch shows with 8 seasons like that, then I would recommend watching that, but also having a second show to watch in between so you don't get bored. So yeah, but anyways, this concludes today's episode of What You're Gonna Watch. Hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. If you learned anything, good for you. If you guys have any show or movie recommendations, preferably shows, because I haven't seen a lot of movies. But if any of those, don't feel shy to leave a voice message. Anyways, I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.